Hello there guys, it's Stephen here, back with another video. I couldn't let this pass despite my terrible man flu state. I wanted to go to the Academy derby last night, but unfortunately I couldn't because I was bedridden, so I just watched it online with a dodgy stream like the rest of yous. But I still had to make a video about it because Manchester City, their under-23 team, beat Manchester United's under-23 team 3-1 at the Leeds Sports Village, an away fixture for us, and it feels pretty sweet. It may only still just be an academy game, but a victory of your rivals is always welcome, and to win by 3-1 makes it all the more better, especially considering we were on their turf as well. Now, it wasn't all plain sailing, admittedly. United were decent in general. It probably didn't really help that they were reduced to 10 men very early on, and a very dodgy challenge from Regan Poole on Fernandes, which he was lucky to get out of the way of, which could have been a bit of potentially an ankle breaker. Fernandes got straight on with it, he got up and the referee reduced United to 10 men. A very fair call in my personal opinion. There seemed to be very low complaints from United guys either. But after that, it was a formality. City basically dominated possession. A team that played possession football like Man City are always going to dominate possession in general, never mind against 10 men. United camped back in their own half, had literally 10 men, all 10 men behind the ball, and they defended very well. I don't really blame them for doing that. They were a solid outfit. Nicky Butt got his team sat right in front of the back line, went to a back five, and they basically just played attack versus defence. And it took until the second half for City to break the deadlock, and it came via Brahim Diaz, the little Spanish wonder kid, and it was some goal as well. He deserved that. He was fantastic all game. He was in general the man that United double marked, sometimes triple marked. They were all over him like a rash, but he still got the goal that broke the deadlock. In general, though, it was a composed, intelligent performance from a very young under-23 team. There was loads of first-year scholars involved in that squad. Sancho, in particular, is still only just 16 years old, playing at under-23 level, yet he still showed his sublime technique. He's going to be terrifying one day against a tired Premier League fullback. 2 years from now, he'll probably be big enough, quick enough to terrify even the most experienced senior fullback. He has magic in his boots, and he's definitely a game-changer when the game is stretched, when a defender is tiring, when it's one-on-one. And he came alive towards the end of the game. He still is a little bit inconsistent, but then again, he is a youngster and he's also a winger. Possibly the two things you want to combine if you want to complete an inconsistent player, basically. I was in general impressed by the maturity shown because it's very hard to break down a team that organised. United are a big bunch of lads. They're organised, they're physical, they're strong, so it takes patience. And the game management in general was very good on the night for what is a team still learning how to play against a packed defence. It's still learning how to deal with situations like this. But in general, a victory, a 3-1 victory over United at any level is always welcome, and I very much enjoyed that. I'm just gutted I couldn't be there in person. I was too ill. I would have just froze to death. It wasn't going to happen, unfortunately. Elsewhere, I just want to talk about a couple of little loan bits of news. Manu Garcia was on loan at Alaves but hadn't had an appearance all season for the La Liga team. He's now been recalled by Man City and sent on loan to NEC Breda. He played 30 minutes of a little friendly they organised in their winter break over there. And it looks like he's going to get some regular football over there. Fingers crossed. He needs some football now. The loans so far this season have been a bit iffy, but then loans in general are a mixed bag. I don't like loans, really. I think they're just a horrible environment for a young player to develop. It can work, but generally 9 times out of 10, it's not a true indicator of their ability. You just tend to be in a situation that you don't know. It's like living in someone else's house when you don't know anyone. It's going to a new job and no one connects with you the way you work. He's been taught a very specific way to play, as of all our kids, to play a certain possession style football. When you go to another team that doesn't do that intricately, you can feel a bit lost. It's not an excuse, it's just a fact. But anyway, loans still, despite my personal hatred towards them, I think they're very mixed bag. They still can obviously be useful because you can learn and grow as a player, as an individual, and in general as a footballer. So hopefully Manu will get some game time over there. I was also glad to hear that Jack Byrne's been recalled from Blackburn as well. That's been a terrible loan, unfortunately for Jack. Jack returned to City in the summer from Canberra on a high, nearly in the Irish squad. In general, he excelled and was the one shining light for a Canberra team that got relegated from the Eredivisie. He was scoring goals against Ajax and pressing against the big boys over there, and in general looking like a potential little number 10 in the making that could make it at Premier League level. Now this loan, which I understand why they made it, he thought he'd get regular football here, but as ever is the way with Championship loans, the second that if things didn't go well, they always drop the young kid on loan. It's always happened. This is why I hate Championship loans, genuinely. They are often made the scapegoat. If you're not part of the fabric of their club, if you're just a youngster on loan, the blame's going to be pointed at you before the senior players. It's always the way, and that happened to Jack. Unsurprisingly, Jack, a very technical player, is used to movement, creativity, passing and one-touch football. Unsurprisingly, he didn't fit into an Owen Coyle team that basically doesn't do any of those things particularly well. It wasn't really settled for him. I'm hoping you can come back to City, train a few weeks with Guardiola, learn a few things there, and maybe get a more fitting loan somewhere else. I would like him to go to someone like Celtic, a team that he'd be appreciated at, somewhere they play good football, somewhere that's got a good reputation of working with young players. But anyway, guys, this is just my academy roundup, the first one of 2017. If you want to see more of this, please do subscribe, because then I can make more videos for you. Then drop a like on the video, get in the comments anything else you want to see. Do you want me to talk about anyone in particular? Do you want me to talk about any of the young players, any more loan reports and so on? And go watch the Gabriel Jesus video if you haven't already. See you later, guys.